Μισή δυο μετακτοποιήσουμε τα μικροπλάγανος. Εγώ στον δρόμο.
Είμαι σαν νυχτά από το πρωί με το βράδυ. Έλα να με ντύσεις άσπατο στο μπουκάλι. Σίγουρο με ζέτες και σαλάτα με το λάδι. Χορεύεις πρώτο πίσω από το ζούκι στο πατάρι, ναι. Έλα στο τσίμι κάσπα. Sirve torre, parvo che giocate. Cielo na fare e cano e chigliate.
Proenésima, toquinuro más pagase. Morite na masina, triada que lì. Cresti sono, scipula, cresca, che si pite. E come te cante libri, tria ferma. Che ho mani, la cara misiola. Sta bene che non spite. Proenésima, e non la vite, e non la vite. Mare, mare. Astro Patron, Proenésima. Είμαστε ανοιχτά από τις πρωί μέχρι τα ξημερώματα.
Boy, I don't think I'm going to hear any better than that.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now. Let's begin now.
This is not a drill.
Repeat, this is not a drill.
Is that all you got?
Let's begin now. What up? Oh, for sure. Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
This is not a drill.
Repeat, this is not a drill.
Is that all you got?
Let's begin now. What up? Oh, for sure.
Εμείς οι δυο έχουμε τακτοποιήσει τα μικροπλάνος. Εδώ στον δρόμο.
Είναι τα νυχτά, το πρωί είναι το βράδυ. Έλα να με ντύσεις, θα σου πάτω το μπουκάλι. Τσίπωρο με ζέτες και σαλάτα με το λάδι. Χορεύεις πρώτο πίστα, εγώ το ζούκι στο πατάρι. Ναι. Έλα στο τζιμι κάσπα. Sirvetore, parlo che togliate. E la lampada ne canone chigliate.
Proinettima, toquinuru más pagasi. Morite na masina, triada de galinha. Creste sones, chipula, crescia, que eu te pite. É como tem que livre tria festa. Que o vale, cada misiola. Hasta ter que nos pide. Proinettima, era la vite. Ore, pase. Has τροπάνω, πρεονέκτημα. Είμαστε ανοιχτά από τις πρωί μέχρι τα ξημερώματα.
Boy, I don't think I'm going to hear any better than that.
if you're stupid or if you go berserk. I don't care who's got rhythm or who just likes to twerk. I don't care if you're witty, I just care if you're a jerk. I'll imagine you've got boogers and just try to use big words. I really don't really mind. I don't care just as long as you're kind. I don't care if your crater is in Cleveland or France. I don't care if you mumble or eat chocolate-covered ants. I don't care if you eat bats. I don't care what's on YouTube. I don't care about your channel, even if it's on BitChute. Yours stings just like this one of mine. I don't care just as long as you're kind. I don't care if you're a Christian or a Muslim or Jew. I don't care if you have COVID or if your tongue is orange. If you like vaccinations, that's no skin off me. Don't ask me if I got mine, please just let me be. Your persuasions are no consequence to me. I don't care, just be kind and be sweet. I don't care if you're a truther, I don't care if you're just nuts. I don't care if the earth is round or shaped like a donut. You don't have to love me, you don't have to kiss my hand. If you're genuinely friendly, then you're my kind of man. It's a pleasure to be in your company, 'cause you're kind and that's good enough for me. It's a pleasure to be in your company, 'cause you're kind, and that's good enough for me.
Broadcasting from a super secret command center hidden away in the spare bedroom of a small apartment in Island Park, New York. You've once again made contact with your leader, Commander Lou Fiore.
I'm doing that again.
Now broadcasting from a super secret command center hidden away in the spare bedroom of a small apartment in Island Park, New York. You've once again made contact with your leader, Commander Lou Fiore.
That's better. I hate when the special effects get a little flatulence. Farted. The special effects farted. My dramatic intro ruined. I was all ready to come on here with an enormous amount of energy. Energy like you just can't. You can't amass this kind of energy to perform unless you're a superior intellect like myself, a professional. I'm not affected by this script anymore, by this reality. I am totally above. I've risen above it. When I show up here at 1 o'clock almost every day, and 11 a.m. for Sunday church, I'm gonna bring you my 110% full-blown. You get my attention, you get my energy, you get my enthusiasm. This is the fastest 2 hours on the internet. Fastest 2 hours. Right here. Crater Earth USA's almost daily live stream. Goes so fast. Plus, it's the best show on the internet that nobody watches. Nobody watches. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad I made it. I am. Getting things right. Oh boy. We got a delivery yesterday. bobblehead. Christina and I were like, oh, the bobblehead's here. The bobblehead's here. It's like Jim Carrey, not Jim Carrey, Steve Martin in The Jerk. I'm in the phone number. I'm in the phone book. I am somebody. I got a bobblehead. I have not seen it. We were ready to open it, and I had it opened, and I did not unwrap it. I felt like it wouldn't be fair, because this thing that we do every day, well, every other day, and Sunday, this is like, all right, imagine if you were a writer. If there's a documentary out there for about South Park, right? And one, the writers on there, and they're putting together, the show, and they do it. I think the whole idea was they put the show on once a week, but they write it during the week, and then just put it on. So this is what we do here. I'm here. I'm the lead writer, and you guys are the other writers. And when we show up here and we do this live stream, and we're essentially writing the standalone videos, the standalone content for this channel. And the chat affects it. I'm interacting with you guys here. We're having fun. Like writers. Like, can you imagine? I don't know if it's what you dreamed of doing, but, for me, from my perspective, because of what I've done, with my spare time most of my life, probably my whole life is always, so imagining being in the writer's room, of a sitcom. I even wrote my own sitcom, but I never got it to get anybody. I actually copyrighted it by mailing it to myself. It was going to be the Uncle Lou show. It's going to be Uncle Lou, and I can tell you what it is now, because now here it is. No one could steal the idea from me. But the idea was, there was a married couple, Lou and his wife, and she was a domineering woman. And they had 2 children. But because he was such a lousy, she thought he would be such a lousy father, that instead of telling the kids that he was their father when they were old enough to realize, this is mommy, this is daddy, they just called him, she just said that he was their uncle. That their father was their uncle, he just stays with them. So Uncle Lou was the actual father, but no one knew, except the wife and his mother. But to hide that, the mother lived next door. And when she would come over and reference, if she ever made any kind of mistake, identifying Uncle Lou as their actual real dad, we would just kind of, make her the crazy mom. So she was the crazy mom next door. Lou's crazy mom. I don't know. But anyway, so you see, I actually wrote the pilot. I don't know where it is. It got sucked up into oblivion because of Microsoft's OneDrive. I thought the cloud was safe. I didn't realize the cloud can just destroy everything you put in it any time it wants. I have a lot of old stuff up there. All my old comedy's gone. Everything's gone. And I kept nothing. I don't care. I mean, I died. I died to my family of origin. We had a funeral about 5-6 years ago now. And I'll tell you, it's very freeing, because I don't have to worry nothing. And believe me, I would resurrect my relationship with my immediate family if they all, any one of them, one at a time or all at once, just told me the earth is flat. I see what you said. I see what you've been saying, Dad. The earth is flat. I get it now. Well, not flat, lumpy. I would have a relationship with them, but, got sick and tired of being someone they had to apologize for. That's what I became. Someone they have to apologize. But it doesn't matter, because now look at me. Look at me. I'm shining on YouTube and other platforms. Links in the description. And I have a bobblehead doll that people are going to pay money for. You guys are going to buy this thing someday. Maybe not now, because there's only 2 of you watching. But someday, this is going to be a major collector's item. So I would suggest you get yours now. I have no way for you to purchase this yet. Let's see who's here early. I know we had Marcel here. Marcel, the official chef for Team CRATER. International Federation of Craters. Portal Complex, good to see you. Thirst for truth.
Nano.
What's up, my brother? Who else is here? Lieutenant Uten. Official border control. leads the Border Control Agency for the United States Federation of Craters. No one in or out. Jenna Lovecraft Reed was up there. That's Rhode Island. Rhode Island missing me yet? Don't forget to feed the cat. Jenna, don't forget to feed the cat. Chunky Geordie, good to see you. Hailing from balmy England, our little Rottweiler. Go over to Chunky Geordie's channel and watch some of those videos over there, and making sure the pole lice don't get into her house. Not at least not without repercussions. But she's in charge of the animal rescue. So it's CARP, Crater Earth Animal Rescue Foundation. Hey, look, we got to reestablish all these things. You know, now that we know that we live in a crater, and they've been lying to us this whole time, that we're in a system, well, that's it. I'm the commander of the world now. If that's the truth, and they don't want us to know it, and now I know it, so I claim it. I stuck my flag into their lie, and I claimed it for my own. Jenna's sharing her chicken patty with the cow. See? Kind of spooky, maybe. That had to be a little spooky, right? Who else is here? Portal. I think I said hello. Nice music during the countdown from him. And some other guy. I don't know. I just don't want to miss anybody that showed up early. Jenna, Marcel, Rebecca Broom, hailing from somewhere on an island in Canada. IPR, the venerable. You know, I said this a couple of times the other day. The venerable Tim Osmond. I said it too fast. And it sounded like I was like the venerable Tim. I gotta learn I gotta practice diction. What's up, Tim Osmond?
A little fine penguin action.
You know, imagine Tim Osmond.
This plane isn't asserting
looks like
an
the
infinite
preacher
plane.
from the comics.
It's asserting infinite
walking
until
around
proven, infinite until proven
New Mexico
otherwise.
over there with a bunch of penguins following him. Piper the penguin. Escape your cage. Bruce. Sir Bruce. Excuse me, Chancellor. The Western European Federation of Craters. My Chunky Geordie Ziggy, that's her dog, has just got back from walkies. He's starting to act like a Roddy, wagging his tail while growling. I have a Shih Tzu, and I'll admit that when I walk around in public holding my little Shih Tzu Gizmo. If you'd like to meet him, he's on in the beginning of every church, Sunday church. He sits right here. Although I don't broadcast from the super secret command center. It's high-tech command center, least equipment. It's not a well-funded mission we're on here. But the Shih Tzu's here every Sunday. Now I do not. I don't. If I ever take Gizmo out for a stroll. Look, all right, Chunky, you have a position of a position of responsibility in the Universal Federation of Craters. You run a foundation that saves animals. You don't take them for walkies. It's not walkies, and especially you. I mean, you are a valiant, strong, opinionated, woke, a wide-awake woman. You don't tell the cops, get out of my fucking house, or I'll cut your dick off. And then in the next breath, now I'm going to take Ziggy for walkies. What the hell? You're blowing the whole persona here. JT33. I watched him do that. Pretty cool. By the way, tonight, 7:30, if you're not a patron, become one, please. It's a recurring way to support this. Like a Netflix subscription. You're up to $15 on Netflix now. And give me $5 a month? Go on a patron, become a patron. We're meeting tonight for Zoom. Hoping JT shows up. We don't take attendance here at Crater USA. And I'm hoping that JT shows up. I would like to introduce. Well, no, I'll talk about JT tonight at the meeting if he's there. If he's not there, I'll still talk about him. And then next week I'll explain to everybody who does not support the channel with a subscription who JT is and how important he is to this product we're putting out there. Escape your cage. My dog has no fear, nice to most, but he attacks pit bulls without hesitation. Well, that can be. Gizmo was in a pit bull's mouth for about 15 seconds. He was traumatized. Crawled up Christine's arm and shoulder and behind her neck to get away from this monster. Huge. So I don't know what should I do. I don't know what to do first. I'm so excited today. I got my unboxing, and I got what else? I have my unboxing. I have my unboxing, and I have. Let's see. What else do I want to do? Oh, I'm gonna talk. I just realized I caused 9/11. Now I thought my career was over before it started because of 9/11. Right? But now I realize I actually caused it, and I kind of have proof. I'm going to show you a flashback to 1995, the Commander. Why they had to keep me down, because I was on my way. I really seriously was on my way with this character. You wouldn't think, but 1995 was a little different. Yeah, it was my fault. Whole thing, my fault, because of my opening line. What else do I have here? I've got notes. Let's see. So thank God I'm not a dick. That's my note. Thank God I'm not a dick. We're like, yeah, I already covered that we're here to hang out like we're in the writer's room of a comedy show or any kind of sketch comedy, whatever one you like. Just imagine you're there, have fun. And you guys in the chat, you all have personas. People create characters based on your presence here. I had something serious here. It's really long. It's two paragraphs. I actually wrote it down. I caused 9/11. Blowing smoke rings. I was a patriot. Yeah, with this Ukraine thing, we're going to talk about that. So stupid. It's so stupid. Come on, guys. I'm so Matt from Quantum of Conscious. I'm a big fan, and I consider him an internet friend because he answers my email kindly. It's such a sweet gentleman. Wanted to meet him during my trip, but says I don't get out much. I handle rejection very well. So used to it. Let's see. Is the devil whispering in your ear more often these days? This I could talk about. Christine, I love bringing up my wife all the time. It's so annoying. But in a conversation, I was just talking about how much she loves her kids. And I thought, you know what I was talking about? Why do we got to wait? You know, Christine's coming up on her 60th birthday. And, you know, I would like to celebrate her life with her family. And, you know, she's not here right now, so I can talk about her like she's not here. Yeah,
Baby, you're great.
But, you know, every day goes by and all this woman does is think about how she can make things better for her family. Me included. It's what she does. And you guys too. Not as much. But, you know, she's there. You know, she's there. She's in the background. She's the assistant to the assistant regional commander of the United States Federation of Traders. And bookkeeper for NOPAD. But she's always said, and this applies to all you ladies out there. I mean, you know, why do you gotta wait? Tell your kids, stop waiting for the fucking funeral to say something nice about me. To tell me what you appreciate about me. Why do you gotta wait for that? I don't want to sit at Christine's funeral. I don't want to sit at any funeral, especially my dead wife's funeral, and listen to her kids say all these things they remember about her after she's dead. When now's when she needs to hear it. Thank you, Jenna. I know you do. I know more about you, Jenna, than you think. I have received a lot of messages about Jenna Lovecraft Reed, which is not her real name. It's not some kind of internet, what her name might imply. It just, to me, it's because I'm what they used to call a dirty old man. But anyway, so here, for ladies, now this is a profound. Remember who you're talking to here. All right, this is not going to be profound, or will it be extremely profound, like extraordinarily profound? But here, men, we lead, and we everything we do. It is again. I'm not trying to. And you might not agree because maybe it's not why you do things or why you think you do things. But if you are a real man, unaffected by the script, not still fighting to overcome this transition to impotence, to uselessness, into companionship and friendship and partnership, instead of being a man who creates, who builds, who leads, protects, who in their mind, right or wrong, considers themselves invincible, a man. We're concerned. Our whole goal is are they going to build a monument for us after we're gone? Like Lou Fiore from Island Park. Well, for now, and only for a little. I've had as many addresses as I've had years. And think about that for a second. But anyway, so will they build a monument for me after I'm gone? That's what a man. That's what, in my humble opinion, that's what it should be. If you're a man, what will people say about me when I'm gone? Will they build a monument for me? Not my kids. I mean, there's an aspect of manhood which is also gone, where it's will my son name his child after me? I named my son after me. Will he name his child after his grandfather? Will he talk about me? Will he remember me? Will he take over the family business? Which, they destroy that with the media. How many shows, one after another. You've got father and son plumbing, and then the grandson's like, I want to be a model. I want to do something else. I want to go become a lawyer. I don't want to sit here and cut meat in the butcher shop for the rest of my life. I was the same. Although if I wanted to follow in my father's footsteps, he wouldn't let me. Not entirely, because he was a collector for the mob. Women, after their whole motivation, in my humble opinion, if they have children, they don't have children to have children. But once they have children, did I make good kids? Are these kids good? And that's Christine. She made good kids. But when she looks at them, she takes in her own personal inventory based upon how that's working out for her children, how things are working out for her children. And it is lovely to look at. It's lovely to watch, because I know she's a pure heart. Where's my pick? Gizmo, did you take my pick? You see, now, if I needed, when I was in third grade, and I used to play with the pen, so I hold this pick. It actually says, keep calm and trust God. Christine gave me a bunch of picks. This is one. So I play with it with my finger. And if I did that in the third grade, I would have been on ADD medication. They tried to medicate my son. I'm like, no, you know what? You adjust. Because whatever you're complaining about my son, the things my son does in your classroom that you hate and that you want to medicate out of him are the things that make me successful. And I told Mrs. Pope that, and she almost shit her pants. Mrs. Pope, Gotta medicate my son. Now, of course, he's in prison. No, he's not. He's doing actually very well, I'm sure. Oh, will my kids have my bobblehead? Wait a minute, Uten. What's up, Salty Siren?
Under the sea. Under the sea.
She thinks she's a mermaid.
Darling, it's better down.
Maybe she is. So, yeah, so that's that part. So, is the devil? I got it. No, that's fine. Okay, anyway, is the devil? I have sound bites. I do get itchy. I get an itch here and there. I don't got cooties. Anyway, is the devil whispering? Did you notice? I don't know if it's lately or if it's after 2222 and the frequencies change. But I kind of felt like yesterday I had kind of like a weird supernatural experience. I was trying to harpazo out of here for a little while. Go visit the heavenly, see how far I could get now that Christ is out of the system. And I just wanted some light. I just wanted to ask him, please, bring me, kick me out. And I started to go, but when I was watching some of these shows, you know what I'm watching? I'm watching Space Force, which I started watching it probably when it first came out. And I was like, this sucks. But then after all this SpaceX stuff and Bezos and Virgin Galactic and the other nut, all these moving NASA into the corporate world and merging it with the corporate world rather, and we're getting to Mars, we're going to space, and we're going to get back on the moon, and China on the moon, and all this stuff. Now I'm watching it again because I did, and the cast. Hey, look, it's got what's his name? Not Malcolm. Maybe it's a Malkovich. It's got John Malkovich in it. And I love that actor. He's just the creepiest. Love that guy. But anyway, love watching him act. And I also want to give credit where credit's due. That's another thing I want to talk about. But anyway, so Space Force, hilarious now. It's hilarious now. And here's why this channel is going to be important. Channels like this, Tim, and anybody else that's decided that conspiratainment has value. And here's why. Because they're mocking themselves. They've taken away the humor. They've taken the humor from the truth community. I'm so sick of going into the truth. I mean, Matt finds some of this stuff funny and admits it. That all we really have right now is to kind of laugh at them. So they laugh at themselves and they're roasting themselves, but they make the jokes. Like in Space Force, they make the jokes about flat Earth and all these different things, government officials. They have a Pelosi in there, they got a Schumer in there, and they got an Alexandria Cortez in there. But their Alexandria Cortez, nothing like the real Alexandria Cortez. I mean, I don't know if Alexandria Cortez had to sign off on the actress that was going to play her, but this woman had decent looks, I guess, and they were commenting on her ass and whatever. The old general, one of the old generals, commenting on her ass. Think she wears panty lines? And Malkovich is like, just because there's no panty lines on the girl's dress does not automatically imply that she's not wearing panties. The fact is, they do make panties that do not show panty lines. And those fantastic. He's a scientist. So anyway, I don't know, but I think maybe she had to sign off because I don't know. She's walking around thinking she looks like that actress that's playing her on Space Force. No, you don't. You don't look anything like her, Alexandria. You got a crooked face, skinny little man legs, wide ass shoulders. I know you're a dude. As I bend my dick. Anyway, so they're making fun of themselves and each other, and they're roasting each other, and that's part of the process, I guess, for these monsters. It's part of the process. God loves them. They're God. When they say God now, everybody that you hear God, when you hear God, football players, whatever it is, you hear the word God, thank God, God forbid, I love God, God, thank you, Ma, thank you, God. They are saying Elohim. That's it. Done. They're saying Elohim. What's up, Clockwork?
Nanu.
Elohim. So anyway, they're making fun of each other, but here's the thing. We know they're ridiculous. We know the beast system is absolutely ridiculous. This society that we're in is the best that we can do. If this society that we're in, that we're living in right now, with all the technology, all the advancements, yeah, that human being, I can't even say it, that human beings came up with, hard, all on their own, experiments and no outside help, no help from the jinn or the fallen ones or aliens, whatever, it's other technology. It's just all of a sudden, we just all of a sudden knew how to, put memory into little metal chips and stuff. Yeah, no help, Papa Dushram. We had no help.
No.
But we know it's bullshit. And it's what I'm here for is to just, yeah, you guys know it, and you make fun of yourselves, but you're the insiders. So I'm an outsider, but I'm here, and I'm invincible, and I'm sealed, and I'm holy, and you can't get rid of me. You can't even hire someone to get rid of me. I know it. And I know it because they've tried over and over again before any of this stuff, before it was the truth or whatever. This is what happened, why I say I'm the reason for 9/11. It's because I was right there getting looked at in New York. I finally got reviewed by Daily News, by someone in the Daily News. Said I had comic ranginess. Was impressive. It said Lou Fiore was impressive with his comic ranginess. They did two characters during the stand-up show. But one of them, I was developing to become like a Curtis Sliwa character or someone that would be that character, like Andy Kaufman, So this was Abood. He was a daytime TV talk show host from Pakistan who lost his memory in an accident and woke up here wanting to be a daytime TV talk show host, and I would go around and bring him up, and I actually got pulled in. It was public access, nothing great, nothing great. It was public access and some comedy troupe that would go around Long Island at the libraries, and then I started doing some bars and restaurants and stuff, and then some private parties and stuff. Abood was an Arab. Here, I'll show you who he is. You guys want to see Abood? You haven't seen him already? Okay, so this was Abood. Now, this is 1995. It's 27 years ago. And I got the idea after watching during the Oscars, I believe. It was either the Oscars or I don't know. It was who was that guy? Billy Bob. Oh God, I can't remember his name. The comic guy from Soap, played the first gay guy in a sitcom. And then he did stand up, and he hosted the Oscars for a bunch of years. What the hell's his name? He was in that show where the woman had an orgasm in the diner and taught all our children what an orgasm is supposed to look like in that movie. Anyway, whatever his name was. So I saw him, and he brought people from the audience up to do some kind of African rhythms, and I thought it was impressive. So I said, I was trying to work on my Lou Fiore character. Billy Crystal! All right, Uten. Very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, Billy Crystal. So I watched him, and he brought people up. So I'm like, I try it. And then, I'm working on thinking. It was late at night, and then QVC came on, and they were selling these twirly towels. They called them the twirly towels. And I guess for drying, after you dry your hair, you put a twirly towel on. So I ordered them, and I wrote down Abood, and I gave him a name. His name was Ahmad Aboodram. Yeah, Ahmad Ahmadinejad. No, Ahmad Ahmadinejad was Whoopi Goldberg's. Ahmadinejad was Abood. I don't know, whatever it is. Aboodram. And his name was Abood, and I made these signs. I mean, I went nuts. I went and got these plastic signs to show the audience what to do. One said applause. Excuse me. One said clap again. No, yeah, it would say clap harder, clap again, clap harder, and then another one said clap till your hands bleed. And I would hold. I got someone to be the guest on the show, and I would get someone to. I get 3 people to be the panel, and I would get 1 person to be the stage manager, and then I would interview them and stuff like that. But my opening line, I would come out on stage, and the setup was whoever was introducing me would be like, okay, our last performer tonight. I don't know who he is. All I know is he kept showing up and bugging me to get some time. And so I'm not responsible for what happens. But that said, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Abood. And then I came running in with my signs under my arm. I put them on. There was a piano on the stage. If there wasn't a piano, I put them on the stage. I had duct tape in my pocket, and I started hanging. While I'm getting my applause, I would put on the wall my Abood sign with duct tape. Patch it on the wall, so I had the Abood show up there. So, and I would say, and then I would get to the mic finally. I'm a little exhausted, and I would be like, "Hello, everybody. How you doing? I am Abood." And I placed a bomb under that table there, and I would say, "I placed a bomb under that table there," and people would laugh because the Arabs were already blowing up shit in New York. So I would get a laugh, and then I would say for the comics, I would say, "I love that joke. It kills." And so I'm doing this, and I'm doing this show, and I'm doing it up till 9/11. And it was I was closing the show at Don't Tell Mama, it was really good. I had what's his name? Bobby, I forget his name too, Bobby Jew something from Stand Up New York, had me come in and I did it. He loved it. He loved it. And he was going to help coach me with stuff. But anyway, so then 9/11 happens. And I called up my friend Ron, who was running the show, and I'm like, "Ron, I think my career's over. I don't think I could be doing Abood for a while." So and here's why I say I caused 9/11, is because anytime I've tried, and that's, that's going to lead me to these 2 paragraphs. I was not corrupted. I had already given my life to serve in the kingdom of the Christ. Not this fake Jesus you guys know about. I wasn't serving Brad Caviezel. Anyway, I'd already given my life in service to the kingdom, so it's not going to happen. I'm not getting famous in a corrupt world. So in order to prevent that from happening, because I certainly didn't know it then, young Lou, if I could tell you then what I know now. But in the corrupt world, they had to bring down those towers, because otherwise I would have been famous. Christ couldn't have that. So I'm sorry, folks. I apologize. I apologize to everybody who lost a family member at 9/11. Not too soon for this. I do apologize. It's that guy's fault. I forget what this sounds like. This was the Abood show.
Yo. I'm supposed to get the top story, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm from America, yo.
No,
you know
you're wrong.
Yo?
You.
Right?
I'm supposed to do, look, it says right there, top story tonight for Abood with a D.
Okay, man, you got it, yo. No problem.
Okay, let's start it again. Our top story tonight. I don't know why I'm showing you this. But anyway, yes, it's all my fault. It's this guy's fault. This was improv, and I was working with people in comedy improv, and they were, oh, God. This was like pulling teeth. No scripts. All right, enough of that. But yeah, my fault. But here, listen. All right, you want to have just a quick conversation before I move on to all the articles here. Let me. Do I have a? Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. That is not supposed to happen until. Logo restart when source becomes active. No, okay, let that clip. That wasn't supposed to happen. Let me just see. Now that's not working. Are you kidding me? This, Streamlabs. Let's see. Show nothing when playback ends. Maybe that'll work. I'm trying to make this thing work. It really should work when I press that. Well, let's see. DOS, hard drive coding. Close file when inactive. I'm not going to try that. You son of a bitch. It's not fair. And you know what? I'm going to keep it. I'm going to restart it. Got that. Sorry. Got to work on stuff too. All right. So anyway. Goodbye, Fireball. Because I put the boom, because later I'm gonna crumple up the paper, I'm gonna throw it over my shoulder, and then when that happens, special effects. Okay. Is the bobblehead voice activated? No. Hey, not cute. What's up? Check those guys for box cutters. Hey. Now, you know, I should have kept... Well, I didn't know they were going to hijack planes at the time. I didn't know! All right. So here, at some point, success makes someone think they're set apart or important. But that's not true if what made them successful was corrupt. So even in the least bit, you're not the least bit successful if you had to achieve success by lying, cheating, stealing, you know. It's just business, all fair and love and war. Let's see. So either you had to be successful in this system, you either have to you have to turn a blind eye to the corrupted, or you have to become corrupted yourself by choice. So does that make you successful if you're successful in a corrupted system? No, you're corrupted, right? You might achieve some financial security, but you sold your soul. Success can be had, though, even outside of corruption. I'm a walking, talking example of that. I've never, ever, I've lived with fear of economic insecurity in my life. But thank you, recovery. That's gone. I've always had... You want to know if you're successful? If you're a smoker, did you ever not have money for a pack of cigarettes? You know? Did you ever not have enough money for a Twinkie? Gas? Always somehow shows up, right? So success can be had because you choose what success is. Is the system you allow to define you corrupt? Then you could be well, then I guess you're successful in a corrupt system. But just because you're not successful in the corrupt system doesn't mean you're not successful. I'm extraordinarily successful in my life. And I've had so many opportunities to learn new stuff. I've probably had as many careers, if you want to call them, I would just say jobs, as I had addresses in my life, which is about how old I am. Did I say hi, Cubstar? Oh, Cubstar. Nanu. So blowing smoke rings. You know, I'm not going to say that my dad taught me to blow smoke rings, but he blew them in a way that was hypnotizing, and I couldn't wait to smoke, to be able to blow a smoke ring. They would just sit back and blow. If I tried to teach one of Christine's little rugrat grandbabies how to smoke how to blow smoke rings. Hilarious. All right, let's see. Do I have anything else here? Nicholas 9/11 to the prison of the devil, worst bringing year. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you about that. Let's see how this works now. I gotta get ready. Fireball? All right. We're gonna work on that. I'll work on that a little bit. Why do you people watch this? There's got to be something very, very wrong with you if you're watching this long. I bet you can, Chunky. I bet you blow smoke rings very well. I don't think I want to do that. Not for that. I don't think that applied, right? Do I have That's What She Says on this thing? No, I don't. More sounds? Oh, sounds. More sounds.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I forgot where I was going with this. It was on the list. There's another thing I wanted to talk about. Threw that thing away. Marcel smokes a peace pipe, huh? What was it? Oh, we did want to talk about that. Maybe I won't throw this one away. Yeah, so soon. Notes I need to take. So what do you think? We got 22 people here. You think we should do the unboxing? If you weren't here in the beginning, the commander has gotten a clockwork. Take a note if you want. Take a note. Fine. So we've decided to create a valuable collector's item for Rare Earth USA for when this thing really becomes successful, in spite of the beast system. And so we thought, actually I thought, and I was advised against it by our business manager. But screw that, it's my show! Ron Wiseman! You don't get to say over everything! So, yeah, so we ordered the bobblehead doll. And we're going to offer it for patrons at the officer or general level. Infinite flame rate. What's in the box? It's the bobblehead doll. You're gonna probably find some kind of symbolism in this and compare it to Pandora's box. Aren't you, Tim? Aren't you, Tim? That's how I'm gonna talk to Tim now. He's the Pied Piper of the Penguins. You're gonna expose us here, aren't you, Tim? Arr. Tim gave to my channel. Thank you. It's very nice to get some booty from a fellow. What do they call it? They're not wetbacks. What's in the box? Salty. Getting exciting. I haven't seen it. I thought it would be insensitive to open it with Christine because, like I said earlier, this thing we're doing together, right? You guys. This is our Cosa Nostra. This is a sting of ours, you know what I'm saying? This is what we do. This is what we do. We get together during the day and we talk about things, you know, we work things out. We expose the beast system, you know, like that. We make fun of the parasites, we poke them. We poke the beast, we poke the bear, you know, we get in here, we do this. We do this together, you and me. You in the chat, me here, you know. This is what we do. Open the damn box, Lou! No, not gonna. I'll just throw it back there with the bomb. No, but yeah, the bow is very pretty. Although it's the left-right paradigm, it's the goal of the gatekeepers of all the ancient knowledge, the Illuminati. You know, combine two into one. All right, so we were gonna do it, but I thought it would be insensitive. And not look at so you're going to see my reaction when this happens. So look at this nice box. I think it's my pick again. I should have a little sound for this, right? There we go. All right, so I'm going to open this. It's an unboxing. Official Crater Earth USA unboxing. Look, they gave you a little card. They gave you a little card to give. It has a heart on it. I guess if you present it, you could put the heart up. Isn't that nice? This is Crater Earth USA unboxing. KT always appreciates a nice box. Christine and I already took the wrapping material. The nice wrapping material. I think they put. Now I thought this was being made in Colorado, but it wasn't. It was designed in Colorado. And then produced, of course. Guess where? We make a great bobblehead doll here. Remember, if you're trying to impersonate a Chinese person, no plurals. So it's you want one bobblehead or two bobblehead? We want one bobblehead. We want 35 bobbleheads. Oh, 35 bobblehead. Bobbleheads! Learn this! I have not seen this. Wait a minute, this thing looks very skinny. Get it, that's... How many times? You'll wrap that around and around. How much foam padding we put on bobblehead? Sensei, you wrap that bobblehead, cause if it breaks, I'll break you! It's like when you wrap a mummy. I put a little more wrapping around bobblehead. It's so skinny. What the hell? Oh no. I'm unboxing my bobblehead doll here. So skinny legs. What does it say? It's got little skinny legs. This is like my real legs. Can you see that? I don't know. I must realize it. That's the Chinese. It doesn't look anything. Does it look anything like me? Look, he's got the insignia. Got the little award there. Looks more like I don't know. It looks dead. Don't I look dead? That's the dead Commander bobblehead doll. Well, anyway, if there would be any reason for you to want to go, so that's my Commander's bobblehead. I have no ass. Oh, that's right. It was made in China. Of course, I have no ass. Wait, I don't have a bulge in the front either. What's wrong with these legs? Yeah, that's what happens when you go to China for something. I'm completely gray. So anyway, if you want to, you become a, doesn't look any different really. Right? He needs more color. Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's, right. Oh, wow, wait a minute. It does kind of look like me. Wow, that's kind of creepy. I didn't look at this thing yet. Oh, that's really creepy. Boy, that's something. Even the hat looks like a Chinese chef's hat. Like my beret. Oh, well. A lot of money for that friggin' thing. Enough that you want one. Oh, that's pretty cool sitting there. I like it. That's interesting. Oh, there's my bobblehead. Luception. Well, anyway, got the bobblehead doll. So if you become a patron, I'll get that uploaded next month, March. If you become a patron, the general level or officer level, $50 or $200 if you could afford $50. If you want to be a general, get a bobblehead doll, but you could afford $200. It'll be $600. That's more like alms than a donation, which we accept here, even live. Thank you, Marcel. But you get a Commander Lou bobblehead doll after your 3 months. You do get merch, by the way. You get a T-shirt, sticker, depending on what level you are a patron. Okay, so that's the bobblehead doll unboxing. There's something very wrong with me. Would be nice on the dashboard. Yeah, maybe. It doesn't look bad in real life. You can't really see it in the lighting here. It looks a lot better in person, believe it or not. Oh, we'll see. We'll get Christine to take professional photos of it. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, I forgot to do the fanfare. Bobbleheads! The bobblehead doll needs a soundbite, Rebecca?
I am the commander.
How's that?
I am the commander.
Can you hear that? I like it.
You're not my commander. I am the commander.
Devil Wizard, I never saw your reflection. What would happen if we never saw our own reflection? Imagine if we never saw our own reflection. That's deep. I think we're going to talk about that on Sunday. Talking about, like, if you never knew what you looked like. Can you imagine? Ivar in the chat. My bobblehead doll, Ivar says, it'll be unearthed in 1,000 years and thought to be part of an ancient religion. That'd be fantastic. Wouldn't it be great? That would be awesome. Go get into a time machine or get cryogenically frozen, cryogenically sealed, and then they bring you back 1,000 years from now, and Commander Lou's bobblehead doll is all over the place, like in They Live. Without the glass, you just see you put the glasses on, you see my face. Obey. Obey. I'm already a bobblehead doll. That's hilarious. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna go through stuff today. This thing is expensive. They're not cheap. You can get a cheap bobblehead doll. It's a custom-made bobblehead doll. It really does look good in the light. It really does look pretty. He's skinny though. Now I have to get skinny. Yeah, Marcel, create a cult. Who is this mysterious? This is mysterious artifact. 1,000 years ago, dust it off, pull it out of. What is this mysterious artifact? Looks like a leader of some kind. Perhaps he was a cult leader. Let me see. Commander Lou. I will worship him. If I, you know what I'll do before I die? I will put together a parody song for I Will Follow Him. And it'll be, I will worship him wherever he goes. And I'm going to include the, what do you call those things? The thumb drive with the artifact. And I'll put a bunch of stuff in there. Maybe I'll tell them what the religion's supposed to be. Even better. And create a religion now for 5,000 years in the future. Not Cute wants to crowdfund a rocket and send it to the moon. Before you start spending money on that, could you send it here? Oh wait, send this to the moon? That would be awesome. Send a Commander Lou bobblehead doll to the moon. We got to do that, and one of the penguins too. Was it Pepe? Pepe? I don't know. Need a Pepe bobblehead doll, Tim. Infinite Plane Radio, it's art. Thank you. Yes, it's art. Hey, no. Blow it up. All right, Tim, if you cover it, we'll do that. You cover it live on Infinite Plane Radio. We'll make our new creator with the Commander Lou doll. I'll even allow you to put my soul and my consciousness up in it. That would be a goal, to upload my consciousness right before I die into my bobblehead doll. Be like Trilogy of Terror. And I could chase Karen Black around the living room with a knife. Little crazy ass Commander Lou bobblehead doll come to life. Do not take this necklace off. Do not take the necklace off. Can you imagine that? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You're old enough. Have her running around, crawling, tripping over shit. And her little, wearing a towel. I don't know. In my version, she's wearing a towel and she trips. Karen Black's just crawling around. See her glistening thighs and calves while I cut her feet off. She's trying to get away from me. Big sharp commander teeth. Crazy ass altered consciousness. Pissed off it's now in a little stupid inanimate inanimated object. 2,000 years. What's up, Akala?
Nanu.
Oh, Rebecca Broom, getting serious on us. Problem with the rocket ship plan. Can't land on a reflection, though. Don't get nerdy. Get nerdy.
I like grilled cheese a lot.
Get nerdy on us, Rebecca Broom. Because you're special to me. Get nerdy. I'll make a movie someday with Nicolas Cage's latest clone. Part of, hunting down the origins of some ancient religion will be find me in some kind of I'd be funny if I found the Penguin and the Commander. Imagine if that happened. By the way, you could get that T-shirt on a spread shop. Link in the description. Put that up for you. Let's see. You go to our spread shop. Let's see. Not sure it gets. I don't have these things ready to go, but. I have it here. Fully customizable bobbleheads. Here at the podcast wallet. We are on Anchor, by the way. Spreadshirt. Come on, leave me alone. On that Penguin shirt. That should have popped right up. Used with permission. Keep going out there. It should have been the first one. God, what is wrong with me? I need a marketing person right away. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm particularly proud of this. Tim's art totally pimped it out to me. Really appreciate it. Yeah, you could get your Commander and the Penguins shirt there. Like it. Jordan bought that. I saw Jordan's here. Did I say hello, Jordan? What's up, Jordan? Hope to see you tonight. All you guys that are patrons, please try to show up tonight. If you're from the Netherlands, like Marcel, stay awake! Oh, thanks, Marcel. Damn. Guy's good. Marcel pays me to work for me. Isn't that nice of him? Oh, I want to give credit where credit's due. I mean, even though these people are monsters, let's have sympathy for the reptiles a little bit. I mean, honestly, Space Force just reminded me. These guys work really hard, to cut a scene. They really do. Whether you don't like them, you hate them, and you despise them, that's fine. You can do that. But understand that even if they realize that they made the biggest mistake for all eternity and have been promised eternal life and then ended up, realizing that their consciousness is not going anywhere but into the black pit of death for all eternity, which is the same light that you're going to relish in, by the way. But to them, it's an eternal flame. It's just, or even worse, the pit. Just blackness. Fully aware that you have no arms, legs, eyes, ears, nose, and mouths, or a monkey brain to even know that you're fully aware. So you don't even know you're fully aware, but you're fully aware. Without knowing it, but you're in the pit of darkness for all eternity. Because you gave your soul to a liar. which should be the first, and it's actually, you gave your soul. All of you in the unions. You gave your souls to a liar who told you, first thing, he's a liar. Hi, I'm a liar. Can I have your soul? Yeah, sure. I'm going to make you famous. Oh, great. Thanks, sure. Should I sign? Yeah, sign it. But you said you're a liar. No, I was lying when I said I was a liar. I was just joking. I'm not really a liar. Please sign. Sign now. I don't have time. And then you give him your soul and you realize that, you know, you're going to get tapped. You're going to become multi-millionaire, famous actress. And then you're going to get tapped in your arm to do an Uber Eats commercial. And you're going to have to show up. Or you're gonna be a famous actress. You're gonna end up, okay, now you're gonna be the villain on a Netflix show. Huh? I thought I was famous. Well, we're moving everybody into the metaverse, so there's really there's no stardom anymore. Everybody's just kind of like the same now. But you said I would be, yeah, you know. But does this kind of change in plans? Would affect, like, you know, my having my consciousness, you know, my soul uploaded into the Utopia someday? Is that still gonna? Oh yeah. That's still happening. So if, like, the world crumbles, you're gonna still put me on that ark, right? I'm getting on that ark, the Musk ark. Or you can get me out of here. Oh yeah, that's fine. You saved the contract, the receipt, right, for your soul. It's all in there. Read the fine print. We'll take care of you. So anyway, have a little sympathy for these people, because they can't get you don't just go to the devil, you know, and say, who is it? It's Sophia Loren. What do you want? Could I just speak with you for a minute, devil, sir, please? Fine. And then she walks in, and she's like, listen, I changed my mind, and, you know, I decided I don't really, you know, there's the fame, and I'm not so sure I want to, you know, be you know, the subject of a murder investigation for perpetuity, you know. You know, we really don't have to have Bob throw me off the side of the boat. I know I'm not going to really die, and I'm going to be shipped off to the Isle of Thought outside the crater next to Shambhala, so... You know, I'm really happy about that and everything, but, you know, I really want to get out of this. I just want to open up a bake shop in Parsippany. Yeah, I want to open up a bake shop in Parsippany. Can I do that, devil? Huh? Can I get out of this contract, please? I did everything you said. No! Of course not! Or he probably would say yes, of course. Yeah, that's what he would do. He'd be like, yeah, sure. Look, and rip it up right in front of her. He'll be like, yeah, sure. And then she'll leave, and then she's going to get a call that, okay, Sophia. Well, I can't say Sophia because she's still dead, but let's just say it was at the time. Then she's going to be, if it was at the time, it was the 60s. And she was famous, Sophia Loren. And she tried to get out of the contract. Next thing you know, she's going to get Cosby'd. Or Jackson'd. Or Princed. And get offed. Or, if she accepts it, she's going to get a potato chip commercial. Flim Flam, where have you been?
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Flim Flam made me want to go back on Twitter. Well, actually made me happy I went back on Twitter. Good tweets. So anyway, so what I'm saying is, though, they work hard, though, because they don't have no. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. They don't have the word no. You can't not say no. When they ask you to do something, you have to do it. Period. And it's more evident now than ever before. And they're good. I mean, I don't know if you've ever tried. I'm not good. I was good on stage. I had good projection. I was animated, so I was a good stage actor. But one thing I said, I don't know if I'm, you are your own worst critic. But I did some film, and I did not like it. I did not like how I did. It was very hard to not notice the camera. I didn't do it a lot, so I might have been able to get experience at it. But these guys that work in front of a camera and memorize those lines and all the little things. I mean, it's hard work. I saw one scene where the comical parody of a general played by the Office guy, he had to deal with his daughter growing up, and the disappointment in his face as Steve Carell, just very nice to see his acting, and he's done some stuff. I'm not a big fan. I loved him in The Office, but I'm not a big fan of when he tried to be a leading man. I never bought it. But anyway, but in this thing where he's being pretty much Michael from The Office, but he's a general for Space Force, making fun of the old Space Force thing, dealing with his daughter, shutting him down for something, just alone with his feelings, and the look on his face. I was like, wow, he pulled it off. Because no matter how insane we are, how comical we are, we still have human side. I love when they portray that in these zany comedies. But one part of that is the Space Force thing. I thought was kind of funny. He's got this helicopter pilot, and he's like, "Where are you from?" or whatever. And she's like, "So and so, sir." I don't know. They were having small talk because she was flying him from one place to another in the helicopter. So she has the general, and she's a captain, maybe a major, but I think she was a captain. So she was nervous, the Space Force it's like, it's the Army, Air Force, Marines, Navy, Space Force. So he's, this is the chief of staff meetings. He's one of those generals, 4-star general leading a military organization that's on its own, stands on its own. It's supposed to be a huge position. So she's flying in a helicopter with this. And he says to her, something, how do you feel about it? What's your full name or something? Yeah, what's your rank, your rank name or something like your Space Force? Can you please address it the proper way? And she says, yes, I am Spaceman so-and-so. And he goes, and she's trying not to laugh when she said she's a spaceman. Because in the Air Force, we're airmen. So in the Space Force, they're spacemen. I was an airman in the Air Force, airman first class, airman basic, and then senior airman, and then you become a sergeant, non-commissioned officer. But she was an airman, and she a spaceman, and she's trying not to laugh, and he's like, calling yourself a spaceman should not be an object of ridicule, and he goes on to tell you how important it is. But they're making fun of it. And that's what they are. They're all, I think they are spacemen, right? I think that's what they call themselves. But they mock it. Maybe it was to just mock Trump, but why would another season come out now? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. You're going to listen to Portal Complex. Then I'm going to sip some coffee, a little water, maybe go leave myself, and I'll be right back. We'll just go through, not headlines, I don't want to say that, but the things that came up on my Google feed that we need to talk about. We do. And just in time for the break, the Messianic Mulder, Eric, showing up in the chat. Good to see Eric. Yeah, I hope to see you tonight, Jordan, JT. Anybody else that normally comes? Jenna, Wooten. Come and meet these people if you become a patron. Come to our Zoom meeting. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's gonna be short, but it's a lot of fun. All right, I'll be right back. Where's it? Do I not have the intermission? I hope this thing works. Why do people watch this? Look, in a couple of years, this will be a couple of years of doing this. This will be smooth, unless I get someone to operate the board.
Sanità, proprio in Ele na mente está sapato topo cali. Ciporo mesedes che salata mentolati. Ore sproto fissa coto su sopra tali. Era solo in caspa. Servitore, para o homem que drogada. Ela na farinha, no que guiada.
Proenésima, toquinho más bagací. Morite na vacina, piada que lira. Creste y soles, chipula, gracia, que no te pite. El joven tenga, te libre y fría ferma. Que ojalá, la cara de sola. Hasta ser que no se pide. Proenésima, era la pite. Vale. Has dropado, preonésima, y más de adictar, antes por oír, me grita experóbata.
Boy, I don't think I'm going to hear any better than that.
Mi sirvió muestra tu piso.
Now broadcasting from a super secret command center hidden away in the spare bedroom of a small apartment in Island Park, New York. You've once again made contact with your leader, Commander Lou Fiore.
Yeah, that was Portal Complex. Try again? What happened? What do you want me to try again? My intro? No, that's the best you're gonna get right now. That's what you're talking about more stuff. Alright, so let me get into this here. I don't know if this is a thing, but if you want fluff for your pancakes, I don't know why I'm talking about it. Because ultimately I want to talk about the Drudge Report. This Russian thing. Some coverage you see on the news. So let's see. You want fluff for your pancakes? Ditch the frying pan. They're changing everything up. But have any of you ever thought, hey, I want to fix a pancake? Anybody ever think to bake a pancake? Now look, want fluff for your pancakes, ditch the frying pan, and bake them instead. Now this is what we have to stand for, men, ladies. Anybody who's accepted their gender assignment, whether you're effeminate or butch. You're still a man, you're still a lady. Get over it. If you're an effeminate man, find a butch lady, get married, have a great time. So stupid. Piss me off. But if you bake a pancake, it's not a pancake anymore. I don't think that's thank you, JT33. It's cake. So why don't you just put syrup on your cake? I'm sure some of you do. But really, now this is why you have to protect your children. Because this is going to be, this is an idea. This is going to be something that they will actually think is an improvement. You remember this? This guy, this Goforth. Now, this is so old now. This is the 1990s, where this guy was making fun of, supposed to be in Saudi Arabia. I vaguely remember this, but this is how bad it was then, and we believed it then. Now they do a pretty good job, but it's been exposed over and over again. I mean, watch this. Watch this. It looks like an old Hogan's Heroes. He's gonna say it was the rockets that were flying over made him think there was a gas explosion, poison gas. That, you know, remember Saddam Hussein had some poison gas, but this was before that. Jen, if you're really making chocolate chip pancakes, we have to. That's absolutely impossible. That is friggin' hilarious. Wow. Jenna in the chat after I brought that up. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, the synchronicity here. Something's going on. Cookie minutes. Delicious. Save me some. So I don't know. So if this is, we've already, so this, here's the point. I'm going to make a point. Can I make a point? Are you ready for the point? Both of you that are watching, paying attention. There's a little part of us that thinks that what's going on in the Ukraine is really happening. And I'm not saying it's not happening, but happening for the reasons they tell you. It's not happening for any reason that you know, and it's not happening for any reason they're telling you. Matt from Quantum of Conscious put out a video, kind of perusing it, and he's like, are we really gonna, are we gonna fall for this again? But there was part of him, and this is when I had that little interdimensional tickle, because I was watching stuff about the Gulf War, or whatever, I was reading, I forget what it was specifically, but for a moment, I wanted to back under the veil. I wanted to be behind the veil for a moment. And I felt kind of like a little blurry eye thing, kind of like you ever see they used to do the, flashbacks in movies, and they would like blur the screen and they have a spiral. So the beginning of that happened to me. And I'm like, why are you showing me this? Are you bringing me back? Am I going into the beast system? Am I going to suddenly think that it's okay for, those two ladies to call themselves wife and get married under holy matrimony in a church? Is that going to suddenly be really okay? Something I'll applaud and be able to attend without wanting to vomit? And nothing personal. You're nice people and stuff. I get it. And I get that but you're not evil. You're not mean. You're not creepy. You just think it's all normal. Okay, are you dragging me back into that? Is the devil whispering in my ear? Like I said, just whispering in your ear. Is that what's happening? Was there some kind of interdimensional shift on 222222222? Was there one on 9/11? Were there hundreds of them since the beginning of time? Or this countdown we call time? I don't know, so I kind of felt drawn back in a little bit. And then I got worried. I'm like, oh no, am I in? So I immediately had to look at one of Uten's posts on Facebook just to make sure that I still saw how crazy this friggin' world is. But really, we believed it then. And people are believing it again. How many times? Over and over and over and over again, the same narrative. It's either the guy from North Korea, and then an American goes to North Korea and hangs out Rodney. How's that even possible with someone that's your sworn enemy? Russia. Look, guys, I was trained in basic training. It was the Cold War. We were told there are Russian spies who would be unrecognizable from human beings, Americans, that they're trained so well that they live among you. So when I would leave the base, this is as an enlisted man. If I was buying a loaf of bread and a gallon of milk at the store, at a deli or what, and the person working at the deli tried to strike up a conversation with me that had nothing to do with the transaction. So you work on that base over there? Hey, where'd you get that car? I was looking for a Toyota, whatever I have, a Ford. Yeah, I was looking for that, how do you like that escort? I was not allowed to engage in conversations with civilians outside of the Air Force Base. Do you hear what I'm saying? I was trained. I had a secret clearance. It's not top secret, but it was secret clearance because I worked with nuclear weapons in a way. They were hanging off my jet from time to time. I used to sign for 4 nukes. I was 19 years old, and this little cart would pull up with the munitions guys during a generation. They call it a generation, when we generate the airplanes for either an alarm or some Soviet subs were too close to the coast. And they would drop the nukes off at my plane. And just like with a clipboard, I'd have to check the serial numbers on the friggin' nukes. 2 short-range attack missiles, probably 20 to 30 or 40 megatons nuclear power, dropped off in a cart, 2 trams, and 2 gravity bombs. And they would just leave them there till the other team, the upload team would come and put it on the jet. Put them on the jet. And I'd sit there, having a cup of coffee, freezing my ass off, 16 degrees. With a little heater, blowing heat on my butt. Watching the nukes in front of my plane. So they trained us, and they trained us what it would be like to be captive. And name, rank, and a serial number. That's it. They taught us what to do, and how to deal with it, and how to get through it. Not, crazy torture, but I learned that stuff. So I'm talking to Christine the other night. I'm like, none of this is real. This country, the Russians now, this is who I was fighting in the, you're talking about since the 60s, you're talking about 60 years. What is it, 40, 65 years that these Russians are supposedly going to take over the world. Well, guess what? This is what I realized last night. They did. They did. They took over the world. Now, if this looked real to you then, and I'm not saying the Soviet Union, I'm saying whatever this thing they told us to fear, how they described what I was enlisting to serve, to protect the United States against becoming, we have become. We have become. Portal Complex, I'm not saying that they're not safe. But I'm a 19-year-old kid signing for fucking nuclear bombs that I was hiding under the table in high school. Come on, man. Don't do that. I don't mean to pick on you. You know I love you, but don't do that. Not here. If in my 19-year-old mind those nukes could destroy New York and my wife and my kids, it was a real emotion, guys. It was a real emotion. So every time that klaxon went off of that base, this 19-year-old kid stood up proudly thinking he was going to die in 7 minutes. Okay? You were in the military. You know what I'm saying. And that even if the planes left, that my wife and kids chose to live on the base, they had us convinced that when a nuclear weapon was launched from we were number 9 or 11. Interesting. That's my memory. On the hit list. So whenever something happened, a klaxon would go off. My kids, my two babies, and the wife that I loved at the time, thought I did, were going to die in a melt. Going to be melted. And I wasn't going to be there with them. Because I only had a short amount of time to get there. That's what we believe. So when I was signing for those bombs, I was signing for 4 city-destroying nuclear weapons. Period. It's the way it was. And that's what it is now. So we can mock people for thinking they're real, but no one's going outside of the mainstream narrative. Hey, Portal, JT, Eric, you thought this was real? You didn't look at it in 1995? How old were you? 27 years ago. I'm 59, 27, 20, 37, in my 20s. Thought it was real. So don't stop mocking these people for thinking it's real. They're under the veil. And what I just discovered is any one of you, if you're not careful, it can pull you back in. It might be able to pull you back in. And I don't know that nukes aren't real, by the way. There's a period at the end of that sentence. I don't like that. And I know I'm being the commander, but I'm being serious. We put a period at the end of a sentence. If nukes aren't real, then why did they even bother with them? There has to be a reason for everything these monsters do. And in my humble opinion, it may not be. It may be, it had multiple reasons, but one of them, these things are powerful. There's Well, yeah, Rebecca, none of it's real, but come on. There's still a physicality. If you say none of it's real, what'd you have for breakfast? How'd you cook your eggs this morning? Unsubscribe, subscribe. Go! None of it's real? Did you burn your finger when you put it in a fire? This isn't the Matrix. Before anybody comes on this channel and tells me it's all fake, then I want to see you take a bullet like Neo and live. I want to see you put your hand in a flame and not have your skin bubble off. Come on, guys. Rebecca's like, I'm at the news and the things I felt. It's not all fake. It's not all fake, folks. You got fake and you got real and you got it all mixed. You know what it is? It's a conglomeration. I lost people. I went from 17 to 12. I can't. I'll probably go down to, I'm at 971 subscribers. I'm going to go down to 960. But really, come on, guys. Is it real or fake? Is this really? Do we gotta treat these people like these two idiots? This guy's still on Twitter. He's still on friggin' Twitter, this guy. His name's Charles Jaco. No mention on his Wikipedia page that he was even a subject of ridicule for this. How is that even possible? Now, I'm not saying the world is real. I'm saying, but just don't just flip these things out there. We need credibility, even though this is conspiratainment, and we're exposing these monkeys for what they're doing. What is that? No, Rebecca, we don't put links in the chat, huh? I'm sorry, guys. We don't put links in the chat. No one leaves. No links in the chat. Social media. Put that on social media. But thank you. I saw a link and I got distracted. No links in the chat. If we put a link in the chat, the moderator's job is to get rid of the links. Unless it's one Marcel puts. Marcel puts the links in so he can pay me money for doing it. And buy shit. Only thing gets in the chat. I hope Portal... It's fine. Dismissed. Hope Portal understands this part of the shtick here. It's true though. I don't think it's a good idea to put a period. I think it's important. Now, and I know you guys are typing in Portal Sport. But I mean, it's just important, I think, to be credible in this system. All right, easy, Marcel. It's too many. Just 4 times. 4 times whole stream. First half hour, second half hour. Start the third half hour, and then once again the fourth half hour. That's it. You're trigger happy over it. Slow down with the links for the money. You know what I mean? It's too much. I didn't mean to yell, but it does. It's a trigger for me because I lost a very dear relationship with someone who really thought it was all innocent. And when we were dialoguing about that, I wasn't yelling at him, obviously. We're in a mentor, sort of like a give and take relationship, brothers. But, I'm not going to go there. I know. WTM, we landed on them. Thanks. But I can't, I can't just... Okie? How have you been? I thought one of the plants you grow in your garden ate you. But you grew a carnivorous plant and it ate you. Ogie works in a boots in Israel. Gross stuff. I mean, we could buy it all. I don't know. I don't buy it. End of the International Space Station. You know, I want to go through this stuff. But I want to do it when I feel better. I mean, this did upset me. I did get upset. What's this? Yeah, it's better. So this is real. But what is real and what's not real? So all I'm saying is, first of all, Russia invading the Ukraine is none of our business. It's none of our business. That would be like Putin trying to intervene if Texas decides to stop being a state and the United States decides to make it be a state with military force, which is possible. So if Texas decided to take all of its oil, whatever it has, its resources, and become a republic, which it still is, it's only a state under contract. Texas is not an official state like Rhode Island. It is under an agreement to act as a state. Okay? It's under an agreement. Look it up. It's got its own government, not governors. It's got a governor under the state thing, but it's got a president and a vice president and all the other things. You understand what I'm saying? So if Texas decided, though, to just secede from the United States, it would be a decision. And then look what happened during the Civil War. You think Russia was over there picking sides? I think Europe was, I mean, maybe we would ask them for help or whatever. Maybe Russia was like, screw you, I'm not helping you. You know, war against England, I don't know. And then look what happened in World War II and all that stuff. If any of it's, you know, I mean, again, it's a big risk game played by the elites. It's just like NFL football. The elites move the pieces. And then the whole goal was to get all of the precious metals. The whole goal. If you think that's still underway, and you're still in this monetary system, thinking you're gonna survive because you have gold or silver, and you would have for a time, but now, what are you going to do with gold when the zombie apocalypse hits? But this is none of our business. Let them work it out. And it's news. Why? Because you want to criminalize this guy. But here you want to make him into the Dr. Evil, right? You want to make him into the Dr. Evil. I was going to say the nukes, I think, were designed to blow holes in the firmament before CERN. They were trying to do it that way. Blow holes in the firmament to get the space shuttles in and out of the crater, or to connect the dimensions. Then now we'll get CERN to do that. What's the 6457 safe nukes? It's got to be code there. I don't know. I'm not good at that stuff. That's Tim. I have to explain it more. But, you know, this Putin guy, he's the perfect, you know, CIA guy. Or what was it? I'm sorry. This is special police. You should be so afraid of him. The Russian secret police. And he was one of them. And he rose to power and whatever. And then he was like a multi-term president or whatever. Then he stopped, and then he became the prime minister. He elected another president, and Putin was there. It's, you know, it's this evil, scary, mysterious figure. KGB, thank you, Ivar. Appreciate that. What would I do without you guys? How could I forget KGB? Yeah, so, you know. So who is he? What is he? You know? Is he really? Scary guy? You ever see him do exercising? Look for videos of him exercising, no shirt, shooting guns and stuff. It's hilarious to watch this guy. But he's an actor. I'm sorry, he's an actor. But is he really the leader of Russia? Yeah. Why not? He's playing a part. He's still got to do it. I mean, they don't micromanage everything. The people who are either procuring a reality from the script. I mean, they're not micromanaging every little thing, potentially. I'm sure, but you know, when things need to be done, I mean, they could be using entities. They could be using, you know, sentient entities, as I learned about recently. Thank you, Eric. To manipulate and maneuver and influence outcomes, and they could just send down edicts, you know, that need to be done based on the script, the formula, what the outcome needs to be. So they got the outcome. They know what the outcome. They get all the gold. It's the outcome. Have everybody under a one world government, one world religion, one world police. You know, thin out the herd, get rid of human beings, hide the fact that this planet's freezing over. And again, I'm allowed my delusion, so screw you, Bruce. I'm allowed my delusion. But really, my delusion is another one's. My delusion is my truth, and my truth is a legitimate truth. Period. Because you go over there to Russia, and there are people walking around. I mean, just because you're sitting here listening to this for 2 hours or for 20 minutes, average watch time 12 minutes. Terrible average watch time. Wow. Today, not doing good. An hour and 39 minutes in, people are like, I got enough of this guy. But you know, really, there's stuff going on everywhere. Someone's getting out of their car right now. Someone's pouring a glass of milk. Someone's lighting up a joint. You know, someone in their house. And for you, they're NPCs. They might as well be. You're going to walk around, and because you're self-centered and everything's happening in your world that's happening around you is meaningless to you unless it interacts with your world. They're in your life, they're the extra characters on the sidelines. They mean nothing to you. But just, you know, if you guys just switch identities for a second, you'd be right in the middle of all their shit and their stuff. If I'm walking down the street and someone's walking on the other side of the street, and I nod to him, I say hello to him, and I just walk by. I mean, okay, that guy's now part of my life. But let's say we didn't see each other, and we're just walking. He's nothing. He's meaningless to me. And because I'm so arrogant, self-centered, and I think because I know the truth that I know better than anybody, anything that happens in this world, that guy's still got a life. Whether I noticed him, whether he did anything, nothing, he's still there. Every one of those vehicles you pass on the highway, if you switched identities with them in a nanosecond, you would immediately be immersed in some crazy shit that's going on in their life. Their job, their finances, their fears, their upbringing. Portal Complex says, my son has been speaking with a Russian accent for 2 weeks. I don't know what to do. Teach him Russian. Actually, do you think he switched identities with some crazy Russian guy? I don't know if he's being serious with. So anyway, so we don't really know what's going on in these heads, but so they can't micromanage everything, but there's certainly goals. And this guy is a major actor on the scene. He's been around forever, for as long as I can remember, you know. But Russia, I don't know why. How are we still buying this? All through the Trump stuff, all through the Clinton stuff, Ronald Reagan. I mean, God Almighty! Ever since I've been involved, you know, aware of the political landscape, that it's always been Russia. And now they're doing it, and it, you know, can you imagine at the meetings how much they laugh, how easy? When we were looking up this thing, can you imagine how much they're laughing? And this guy really, he's still around. You would think that after this was, and guys, you know, when I say the world isn't real, okay, let me tell you why I say the world isn't real. And maybe you'll answer. Look at this Wikipedia. No mention of it in Wikipedia. No mention. Here's his Twitter account. There he is. Right there. He's a journalist, author, columnist. Sounds like communist. Just in, retweets, Guy's out there. Now, how is this guy still a journalist? January 6th. Look, these are FBI photos, number 184 A, B, and C from the January 6th coup attempt. If you think you know him, go to tips. Trying to turn people in. For the coup attempt? Is that what they're calling it? That's what this idiot's calling it? This guy? This guy? This fucking idiot?
Geopolitics. Whoa, hold it, homeboy. I'm the talent here, you dig?
Okay, so what I'm saying is, if this world was real, then we would be able to destroy this person for this. Look, if I witness a crime done to me, if someone sneaks up on me, makes themselves, introduces themselves to me, right? Makes themselves visible, and then threatens me with a gun and steals my money, and then hits me on the head with the gun and leaves. Now, if nobody else saw that in this country, probably most countries, no one else saw that, the best of my understanding is, I could not get that guy arrested by the police. I could probably get detained and questioned, but if he had an alibi, and there was no evidence whatsoever, the guy would go free. Now, we have given away our right to defend ourselves in those situations. I should have been able to track that asshole down when I came to, plotted out his punishment, which in my world of justice would be, if I thought he was going to do it again, he needs to be eliminated, or at least contained. So if I had room in my basement, I could lock him to a radiator or something. But I should be able to end that threat if I could. But I rely on the police, and then they tell us, well, there's no witness, we can't do this. We knew my son was this guy from the Scouts attempted to molest my son. But in order to plea him out a sentence, they didn't take my son's complaint as one of the ones. So my son had no proof to use to go forward for any kind of psychological help or a financial reward or financial claim, any kind of lawsuit, because the DA just decided it without. No, sorry, this is what we're doing. We're only charging with these two boys' account. There's four complaints. He's only going to get charged with 2, and he's going to serve this time, and he's going to get out. Done. That's it. Now, in a real world, I should be able to go to that guy and remove his left testicle. Or as time went on, the amount of damage emotionally that happened to my son that I could perceive or that my son would share with me, I should be able to make it happen to him too. So the world is not real because this guy did not lose his credit. But Brian Williams should never have broadcast another day. Hillary Clinton should never have been in politics. Trump, anyone you want, I don't care. You think Bill Clinton, you're still part of that left-right paradigm? Bullshit. You think any of this is real? So I'm not saying that nuclear weapons aren't real. I won't say that. Because first of all, I thought they were, and now I still do, but not for the reasons. They weren't used for the reasons we thought. But that's not even a great example. It just happened to be something we talked about in the chat earlier, where I blew a gasket on my friend Porto Campo. But the point, well, that's another salty side. I'm collecting all the energy for the crack in their psyche. None shall pass. They will all pay. Yeah, but I get that. But you know what? I don't want to leave justice to other people, and we shouldn't have to. If we're sovereign human beings with inalienable rights, we have rights, but we gave our rights over to a governing authority, and then we gave them the right to surveil us, and we gave them the ability to for us to only procure our wealth through them and under them, based upon things that they say we need to do. Yeah, I can pray down imprecatory prayer. Yeah, it's similar to what you're saying. So we're both speaking the same language. You're a little more New Age. I'm a little more Old Testament. But yeah, karma is bad. It's imprecatory prayer. I could rain down a shitstorm on people, and that's how I have to handle it. And I do. I don't. I'm like, all right, bad karma. See you later. I ask for the wrath of the Most High God through His mighty angels to rain down shit on that person's life, and I do it, and I'm not afraid to. And if you're a believer, then you'll know it affected you. If you're not a believer, you'll be like, what the fuck just happened? And I've seen it, and I know people who are afraid of it. Anyway, this is one of the reasons why I try to walk a straight line. I don't piss off a sealed believer in the body of Christ. No way. I'm going to piss off a real, true, pre-70 AD believer in Christ that knows what's really going on in this shit, that understands what the Messianic experience is, a real believer who really believes in the real Messiah. Figured out what that really means. You don't fuck with those people. I'm telling you, don't mess with the commander. But anyway, so back to this. If this world was real, so when I say if the world was real, and not that I'm the be-all, end-all, but there are other people out there in the community, in the truth community, that have come to this conclusion. That this world is not real, but it's not because it's not physical. Okay, so when you say the world's not real, it's important to understand this is going to break. I just broke a pen for you guys. Okay, I just spent $3.50 on you guys. How much a pen is that? I just broke a pen. It didn't make any noise. What a weak ass pen is that? But so I get to use my oh no. Here, I'm gonna throw the pen back to this. Why you guys? But anyway. So the world may not be real, but there's a physical aspect of it. I don't know. Go become an EMT for half an hour. JT33. Oh, see, I'm sorry. Nukes are 100% fake. I saw it on YouTube. But you're right. I didn't realize that it was actually covered. So I don't know. New pen pending. But just so you understand. Let's just be honest. The world is fake. This is a video game. But you still will stub your toe. It's going to hurt like a motherfucker. It's going to hurt like hell. Unless you're Neo. You could become one of those, then you come here and show me. Because I've vibrated at the highest possible frequency a believer can in this system. And I still cannot. I mean, I could probably cut myself with no pain. I heal things quickly. I do it all on my own. So I'm in good shape spiritually, and however you want to look at it, I got it. I got it down. But it would be hard to believe that if I put a shotgun up under my chin and pulled the trigger, that my head wouldn't explode into a million little pieces. I don't think I've achieved that level of vibrating outside of reality, and I'm not sure that any of you have. And if any of you say you have, then bring the shotgun. We'll just do a quick experiment. We'll just do a quick experiment. Or you know what? I won't even use the shotgun. I'll just poke you in the head. I'll just give you one of these. Really? It's not real? You had to say it. Nice to friend. No. How'd that feel? That's still real? What the fuck you doing? Well, you said that nothing's real. Did that hurt? Is this real? Just poke. Make us look at it like idiots. That's what they do. And you make it easy for them. You make it easy for them to make you look like a friggin' moron. No more. You gotta head the boop. Boop. Do that. Just push. So yeah, I agree with all of that. Nothing is real, but everything's real. How about that? Everything's fake, but everything's also real. I didn't mean to get all Oh, and you know, if we want to determine if things are real, here's a headline I saw. New psychology research finds that poor people are perceived as being less susceptible to pain. It literally says that in this article. I'm not going to put it up. So poor people. Less susceptible to pain. Maybe they're on their way. But it's Neo then. Oh, I just want to remind you about the Drudge Report. This used to be reliable. Right here. This is what you got. You used to have B. Matt Drudge, supposedly. He's the one that found the blue dress. And he had his own Drudge Report. And, you know, insiders would be able to go to this super mysterious website in the 90s, you know. I thought it was really cool because I knew the Drudge Report. Hey, here, look now. Führer 2022, expansion beyond Ukraine, NATO fails to stop, historic troop deployment, nuke warning, battle for world order. I'm gonna make a prediction. I don't normally make predictions, but Portal, you can't buy a bobblehead. It's expensive. You don't want to do that. Become a patron. Come to the Zoom meeting. Three payments of $50. Patron. You get your bobblehead. What are you gonna get that bobblehead doll because I yelled at you and now you're gonna buy the bobblehead doll and just beat the shit out of it and break it into little pieces because you can't get here from Canada because of border. Stow away. It's gonna stow away in one of those trucks leaving Ottawa on its way to DC. Stop off in New York and beat the shit out of the commander over in Island Park. Salty's getting deep over here. It's absolutely digital here. I've always been able to see the digital plane. Interesting. This doesn't mean words aren't so. You know, words. It's not supposed to blow up every time I see it. It's supposed to be push a button. Fire. Anyway, who joined? Got a new patron? Portal Complex became a patron. She got today, and then I yelled. Ladies and gentlemen, a new patron, Portal Complex. Portal is working on something. I don't want to say it before it comes. I like to premiere it on this channel. I'll see you tonight, 7:30. No excuse. You're East Coast anyway. So expect to see you guys here tonight. Teleprompter. Yeah, can you imagine? I don't know. I tried to do it. Poor Bruce from the ancient, not the ancient days. Bruce from Keep Your Cage. Poor Bruce, really, you know, did a lot of work for the channel. When we were trying to put this together in August, you know, I did 30 days of a dry run on this. Check it out, see if I could pull it off. And then came back and you know, with us here in January for the launch, and would do a lot of show prep for me. I just couldn't be bothered reading all this shit. Spending all this time putting all this stuff together. Like, I can't. I write notes like in my, I mean, this is the end product, but the notes, I just always writing notes. This paper, I'm an old man. Hey, look what Uten sent me. See, Uten tried to confiscate or keep this thing we got from Waco, Texas. This is a little booklet. This is coming out soon. We're gonna do my little documentary on the Waco for the children's sake. New revelations. Eventually I'll get to it if I ever get done with training the monkeys that are working for the channel. Uten sent a little purple heart because I give a purple heart. Because I believe you all deserve purple hearts because you have died. Service. You have died in service for the truth. So I give you hearts. I give you purple heart. I do it for a reason. If I give you a red heart, watch out, baby, because I can't even growl. Yellow heart, white is friend, purity, right? Yellow, friendship, I think, platonic. I have a purple heart because that's the one. I mean, I know it's, you know, I had this Movie Broad just came on here. So why do you get purple hearts? I saw it's the buttocks, pedophilia. No, it's a fucking heart. No, it's not an anatomically correct heart. I have an anatomically correct heart tattooed to my right calf. Well, not my, side. With a cross of nails through it, crown of thorns, blood, and the word love written in the middle, because that's love. I don't care who you are. You believe it or not, just a story, whatever. You think Christ was a fable, you think it's real, you think it's Jim Caviezel, you think it's some mook, like the scriptures say. You do what he did. You do what that guy did. Okay, you want to emulate Zeus, Thor, all these guys, go emulate that guy. Sweat blood on the eve of your potential death, and then go to the cross for all humanity for after you lived a pure life. If you could do that, guys, ladies, if you could do that. Maybe ladies could do it for their kids from time to time, not for strangers. Go do that. Yeah, that works out for you. Yeah, fast. See what happens after they put the nail on your wrist, because it went right here. Okay, it didn't go here. It went here. Look up crucifixion. But now just push a little bit there. I'll tie you up and I'll push on there a little bit. I'll go get a toothpick and I'll push it into your skin right there and see if you don't tell me everything. You don't give up. See how much more you let me do to you. You ever get scourged? You want to see how that feels? Go ahead. Go get a nail clipper and start picking out pieces of your skin with the nail clipper. That should be about right. See how long you survive that. See how that feels. So whether you believe in Christ, you think Christians are idiots or whatever, just think about that a little while. You're not so brave. I'm a big fan of that guy. Big fan of what he did. I give Purple Heart, because that's death in honor of your cause. So it's Purple Heart. So Wooten sent me a Purple Heart when she sent the book back to me. Tried to steal, and it lights up, which is annoying. She's bratty anyway. Big brat, annoying brat. You can meet her tonight. Come to the meeting. Better show up. Fired. Yeah, that's fine. You won't get Christianity anywhere like you get it here, especially at church on Sunday. I don't dwell on it. It's just part of who I am. So. I think we wouldn't just smile. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna stop at 3. Even if I could get Patreon to work, I couldn't be on later. I was blah, 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 blah. That's okay. You're here every time. I already know. You got content on your channel. People can get to know you. You got content on your channel. You're no mystery, Chunky. Chunky says she wished she could come, but made all these excuses. I get it. No, I know you got the phone. You're out in the boondocks. Yeah, well, next time you send me a red heart, JT, I want flowers. Well, it's fine. I can accept a red heart from you because I do love you. You're a very attractive man, and I love you in a very heterosexual way. I will admit. But I could accept a red heart. I think JT's going to leave the channel now. He's going to stop being a Patreon. He won't be there tonight. Very important, man. I want to introduce you tonight. I want to let people know. The insiders. All right, I'm going to go. One last comment there. Oh, Wooten sent me a rose. Oh, red rose. Hey, now. Green? What the hell does a green heart mean? Comment. Faulty, this whole place is. I think you're behind. Yeah, yeah. Well, it is violent. Violent for humans. The animals don't have such a hard time dropping one of those meat monsters out of their vaginas. Humans do. It's a little harder for humans to drop push one of those meat monsters out of their vaginas. Sucks. It's meant to be that way. It's supposed to hurt like hell because you're not supposed to be doing it. What you're not supposed to be doing according to the Holy Scriptures. It's just the way it is. But you do it, and they're cute. We got a couple of new ones running around here. Love playing with them. Nothing better. But, because I'm not thinking in this physical, fake reality. My mind is focused on things eternal. I mean, eternal being living in existence, which makes me invincible, courageous, unstoppable. Kind of cute, too. I'll work on that, JT. All right, guys. Thanks for everybody who came to the meeting yesterday. And we got something going here. Let's keep it going. Let's see how many people we have. We did break the, we had 24, 25 active viewers today at one time. Average watch time 15 minutes and 27 seconds. Pretty damn good. Hitting almost 200 in views. 15% of the subscribers are regularly watch the content, which is normally 8 to 12%. Did a little research. I want to let you know there's something here and appreciate it. 1,419 people have hit the subscribe button, and 970, until I just pissed everybody off, decided to stay. It's a high rate of acceptance, better than I ever did in sales. There are more people staying than ever before. So we're doing good. We don't know how big the audience is. It's a new thing, this conspiratainment that we're trying to do. It's a new thing. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be huge. But it will be intimate, and it will be important, and it will be fun. We do need to have a place to come, sit back, relax, and take a break from all this shit, because no one's out there laughing about how ridiculous this world is like we do here. No one is. I haven't seen it. I mean, some guys that try to pull off a little bit, but still, I don't think they get. They don't see what they don't know humility. Like Portal just said, maintain everybody in saying their goodbyes. Humility. Dr. Bob. Okay, in a statement about humility he kept in his office. He's one of the founders of Alcoholics Anonymous. Said humility is the ability to stay calm in the middle of chaos. You find that safe, quiet place, no matter what you're surrounded with. That's humility. Don't get involved. Don't get crazy. Don't go down rabbit holes. Why? Pick the ones you want to go down. Go in there, expose them, dig it up, bring the dirt, bring it out there, make a broadcast, make some content, make a meme, whatever. Put it out there for perpetuity. Let them know we're here and that they can't get rid of us. And we see how foolish they look. Because if we had access to the things that they had, this world would still look like it did during the millennial reign. It would still be Tartaria. We'd still be floating around. We'd still be transporting through portals in these what they call ancient cathedrals. We'd still be telepathic. We'd still have free energy. We'd still be able to do anything we want with just a thought, because we would have the power of the Lord God's creation available to us. That's how they made these buildings. Don't you get fooled. Where are the fucking plans? But they know we're still here. We're a remnant just like them. But they're attached to the fallen. We won't give up. We won't give our souls up. And they fooled humanity. They fooled you, or they'll have you think they fooled you. There's a lot more of us than you think. A lot more of us than you think. You wouldn't think it looking at it. Christine sees it all the time because she takes the news, and so you got the views from the news, or the noose, and then she looks in the comments. She's like, oh my God, there's a lot of people that think this is all bullshit in the comments, like on the news. Fun to watch someone wake up, isn't it? All right, well, love being awake with you guys. And I will see you at church. Those of you who like to attend church Sunday at 11 a.m. Be on time. And it's church. It's, if you've gone to church and you no longer have a place to go on Sundays, but you like the idea of having something to do on Sunday, that is spiritually safe. Come to church. Come spend some time with us Sunday morning, afternoon, evening. It's global. And then back again at 1 o'clock for some more conspiratainment. And watch the best show on YouTube that nobody's watching. All right. I'm gonna go. See you later. Peace.